All right, kids, this should stir the pot for you. In front of me, the highest scoring Chianti Classico from Wine Spectator ever. Yeah, I know, even Patrick looks amazed. All right, I could have just been fake. No, that was real. I think that was genuine shock. Genuine shock. That's a big deal. When you have, yeah, exactly. You know, he's literally crying over there. It's uncomfortable. The camera starts shaking. This is a big deal. How big a deal is it? Well, Wine Spectator's reviewed over 6,000 Chianti Classicos over the last few years. 6,000. And this, on top, numero uno. Now, I have to be fully transparent. There are several other wines, 3 or 4 other Chianti Classicos that have gotten 97 points, including the fabulous Ipsis wines that we sell. That wine's $350 a bottle. I think something from Castello di Ama, you know, got 97 points. Those are $300 a bottle. This is a fifth that price. So, we've always had a soft spot for this property. Marco de Casali Fiordolfi, he's one of the good guys in Chianti Classico and always has been. We've been charmed by this property since the 90s. I remember the 96 Super Tuscan, the Jeremia that he sold, and I fondly remember that wine. It's absolutely amazing. One of the best Super Tuscans I had until that point. But the real joy here is Chianti Classico. And this wine comes from a very special vineyard called San Marcellino. San Marcellino is located in the zone of Monti, about 3 or 4 miles south of Gaiole. And Monti is like a little secret weapon area. It's a bit like Panzano. It's one of these areas that there aren't that many people in, so it doesn't get talked about that often, but in fact is one of the premier areas for growing Sangiovese and Chianti Classico. No ifs, ands, or buts. And he owns a fabulous 7-hectare vineyard, San Marcellino here, of which a couple acres of it are from vines over 50 years old. So very old Sangiovese here. The other thing he did is he got on the Pugnatello bandwagon. Pugnatello, the fist, because of the cluster size. This is an arcane, older indigenous Tuscan grape variety that has been resuscitated by a few properties in the area, most notably San Felice in Castelnuovo Beredenga. San Felice has done extensive replantings and working with Pugnatello. And Marco works a little bit with Pugnatello and informs a small percentage of the blend for this Gran Selezione Chianti Classico. So this is single vineyard, Gran Selezione, which is above Reserva, kids. This is the highest level Chianti Classico you can have. This is 24 months in medium toast French Allier Barrique. So this is, you know, at the time, he kind of claimed to fame was working with the Marco di Grazio portfolio. So, so Marco was one of the signature Tuscan wines in the Di Grazio portfolio, which a lot of folks talk about the Di Grazio portfolio with regards to the Piemontese wines. But also in Di Grazio, I mean, you're talking about Il Palazzino, you're talking about Rocca di Montegrossi, you're talking about Uccelliera, and, you know, some big-time producers that were cool enough to be in this portfolio with the Barolo boys back in the 90s. And, of course, he was cool enough. Marco makes some of the greatest wines in Chianti Classico. Now, his straight Chianti Classico is gorgeous, elegant, perfumed, supple, medium weight, a crunchy, beautiful wine. We sell it almost every year. But the San Marcellino, because of those old vines in the Pugnatello, is a different story entirely. The 2019 is from a great, great vintage in Chianti Classico. 19 and 21, yeah. 16, 19, and 21, the 3 top vintages in the last decade, maybe with 15 kind of nipping on the heels a little bit. But this is a premier vintage. Look at that color. Gorgeous, gorgeous color for Sangiovese. The Pugnatello's part of that. Pugnatello's got a little punchier, darker, spicy character to it. And what's so distinctive with Marco's Chianti, with the San Marcellino here, is the aromatics. There's something. We go more towards like a Brunello type aromatic, but with deeper, darker, fresher character here because of the Pugnatello. The Pugnatello almost acts like Petit Verdot in Bordeaux or in Napa Cabernet, where it's dark and it's punchy and vibrant and hums and has a lot of fruit, but it has structure. So you get this wonderful color also from the old vines of Sangiovese on the property. This is a richer style of Chianti Classico, but very refined at the same time. We have high elevation here. The beauty of Monti is it creates wines with power and elegance. You know, a bit like where Castello di Alma is at, you know, top of the hill type deal. You can make big wines, but they're refined wines, and that's what makes them so great. That's what makes them, well, as far as Wine Spectator is concerned, the best of all time. This bottle's especially banging today. And you know, I looked it up. I looked it up this morning. I think we got a root day. If that matters to you, if you care. This wine is tangy, urgent, rich, ample. Wow. This wine is so good. We were blessed with 15 cases of this gorgeous elixir. My gosh, this is one of the greatest Chianti Classicos I've ever tasted. I don't say that like in a bullshitty type car salesman type way. This is real. Tis an honor to sell this fabulous wine. 97 points, Wine Spectator. Their highest score ever for a Chianti Classico. And you know what? They taste blind. If I was tasting this blind, I'd be like, damn, 2. And I'm not tasting it blind. I'm still like, damn. Incredible wine, only 15 cases. Click below, get yours now.